Boom. Let's get this party started.
What's up?
What's up, man?
How's it going?
It's going, brother.
So how's my sound? I know everybody talks about that from the other podcast, right?
Your sound seems fine to me.
All right, cool.
All right. So, introductions. Matt Hopkins. So, I made a list. I haven't done this with previous people because I can remember everything about them for the most part.
Okay.
You're an exception. This is a long one.
All right.
So, Matt Hopkins started shooting in 2007, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Joined CZ in 2010, so going on 11 years with CZ.
Yep. 11 years in March, so yeah, almost to my anniversary.
That is sick. That's sick. It's rare that you see someone with a large company that long. You have a few exceptions like Springfield.
I don't know. So it's my job too. It's like I'm not just shooting for them, right? So it's like my full-time job. So it's kind of like a combination thing.
Yeah, but I mean that tends to be the case with when you go to most major gun manufacturers. You're going to have to do something for them on the job market side, but legit nonetheless. So I need to lower this so I'm in view. Oh no, I'm all the way low. All right, so multiple top 10 finishes at Nats, also very impressive. Anytime you're in the top 10 at Nats, you are, in my opinion, top 10 to 15 in the country and the world, because we all know USA rocks. 2021 Team USA Production Optics.
Yep, for Uspsa World Shoot.
That's also legit. So you'll be representing the USA at the World Shoot this year for the Production Optics team.
Yes, I will. Yep. Well, if they have it, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they have it. And then Pro-Am champion, Open and Limited.
Yep.
8-time Missouri State champion.
So I'm pretty sure it's 8. It might be more. I kind of lost track or don't keep track of it anymore.
That's a gangster move. Just like, It's like.
I know it's at least 8.
It's like, I've won so many of these things. Do I really keep count?
Yeah.
All right. 2-time Area 3 production champion.
Yeah.
That one is correct. I did my research.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Two-time Kansas champion, 2-time Oklahoma champion, Illinois champion, Great Plains champion, and so on and so on and so on. And the resume just keeps going.
Like every state in the Midwest, I guess, right?
Yeah, pretty much every state in the Midwest. So safe to say you've had well over a decade of dominance.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's hard to say it's not that way when you list all that out like in a row like that.
It's okay. You don't have to, you don't have to toot your own horn. That's what I'm here for. And then we got, now you're venturing off and running for Area 3 director, which...
That's correct, yes. Yep.
That is awesome. I'm excited because, as we all know, Area 3 is a love-hate thing. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I think you taking over Area 3 is going to make Area 3 one of the best area matches moving forward. I think it's going to be very popular because it's popular now, and it's and in all honesty, it kind of sucks.
I mean, it definitely has its own flavor, right?
It does have its own flavor,
and it's not like any other area match out there right now, right?
Yeah.
So
it is
people
different.
people do love it or hate it, and it's just not like any other area match. Like, it has its own flavor. It's more of a carnival type match. Like, it has a high round count, which will be interesting this year if they continue that way. I think they will, but
it will be. I think if they continue the high round count, it's going to be interesting to see how people adapt to that with the ammo shortage. They're either going to love it or they're going to hate it.
So, honestly, I don't think they should change major matches at all. That's such a low round count compared to the overall year. That
I agree.
That it's like 300 and something rounds, right? If they cut 50 rounds out of that, would that really matter when you're going to attend an area match, you're driving there, you're flying there, people are coming from all over the country to it.
It's really not. I'm hoping they don't, because if I'm going to pay all that money to go, I want to get my shooting in, you know?
Right.
Because I mean, it's flights, hotels, you know, gas when you're there, rental car, blah 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 blah.
Entry fee. The entry fee is more than whatever. Thanks, Joel.
What did Joel say? I'm way up in the list. Let me go through the list real quick. Many things said, "Is this the new room that you can never leave?" No, I got kicked out. I am in the garage now. I had a nice, awesome room, my reloading / gun room in my old house, and when we came to the new house, I got the big old boot to the garage. But it's a big garage. It's a nice garage, and I actually just had the floors done, that epoxy stuff. So, and I'm gonna AC and heat it. I didn't think I needed to heat it until last week when we had hell freeze over pretty much. And
Texas.
then, yeah, Texas. The entire state froze. It's like, Jesus Christ. Christian Seiler said his gun should be soon ready. Yes, he does have a beautiful gun on the way. I will not say whose. He's not shooting. He's not joining, but he's seeing the light. You know, is what it is.
I think you kind of tell that writing on the wall on all his posts he's posted recently, right?
Yeah, I think you can. Can't stop the Hopkins for Prez. Yeah. All right, so do you have to be an area director before you can run for president? Is that how it works?
No, you do not. No. It's kind of like the common, I don't know, the last two people, well, Phil Strader was the area director like 1 or 2 years before he ran for president and got that. Foley never was. So it's definitely not a requirement.
Okay. Is there any interest in, you know, being the old El Prez, old El Jefe?
I think there's definitely some interest. So what I'm saying now is I'm running for Area 3 director. Want to get in, do that.
Already got the job.
I mean, there's a vote. Vote in July 1st, Area 3 members will get votes so they can vote for me. Make it official.
Let's be real. This is like Obama running in 2008, okay?
Or Biden running in 2020.
Yeah, we're using Dominion voting systems for that.
Hey, USPSA hasn't had a successful election in like the last 2 election cycles where they didn't have to have some issue with the voting.
Well, you know, when you're a nonprofit with a controlled dictatorship board, that stuff tends to happen. But we won't go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. So I'm going to get on Area 3 director. Hopefully that I get elected for that. And then I'm going to just see, like, I think I have a year when I'm in for Area 3 director before the presidential election. So
yeah, because it's 2022, I think.
Is it? I think it's 23.
Is it 23? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, either way. Yeah, I'm excited to see the direction that, because in my heart of hearts, I don't think if someone like you or Tyler Martin or someone who is not afraid to push the boundaries into modern era runs, I don't see a way Foley hangs on. Just don't see it.
I definitely think there's going to be some other people that run this time. There's not a lot of people that are happy right now with the organization, just on some of the decisions they've made, you know, like over the past 5 years, 6 years under the current administration.
Yeah. C-Stan 30 said a controlled dictatorship board. Care to explain what that means?
Do you know who that is?
I do not.
Oh, he's the Area 4 director.
Oh, okay.
Chad.
Yeah, Chad Stanton. Okay. Yeah, Chad just literally hooked me up the other day. So Chad, if I offended you with that, I hope I did not. I have no filter between here and here. So yeah, I've just seen some decisions happen that I go, you know, is what it is. Nobody's perfect. No organization's perfect, but it starts with the leadership and works its way down. But Chad, you're beautiful. Don't change. I love Chad. Chad's my boy.
All issues usually start with leadership, right? And then it filters down.
It does. 100% it does. I owe Chad a steak and a giant bottle of whiskey, actually, for Area 4.
Did you get signed up for the match?
For Area 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Area 4. But it wasn't for that. It was for the Pan American.
Oh. Yeah.
I did not get any info on sign up or anything, and couldn't figure it out, and then missed sign up by like a couple minutes. And Chad was like, "You can contact this person." I was like, "I owe you a bottle of whiskey."
So that match sold out?
Oh yeah, like all the way.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I signed up. I was actually on the fence about it.
I think it's gonna be a good one. Hunters
Yeah,
HD Gold in the house. Hey,
yeah. There's all kinds of people in here now.
There
Tim
is,
Aaron's
man.
in here.
This is one of, I think, the more popular. Like, we're getting some hitters in here, man.
Jason Bradley's here. He's not said nothing.
You bring all the heat.
Cody said non-profit for who?
Well, they're profit. I guess they're not non-profit. They're profit.
Who is?
USPSA. Are they considered a non-profit?
I think they're a non-profit.
Oh, well, could have fooled me.
And why would you say that?
Usually when the president of a nonprofit organization makes a six-figure salary, it's something similar to Save the Whales, Greenpeace, something along those lines.
Like, you mean like a larger organization?
Yeah. Typically.
Cody, we might be getting a house for Pan American. Not sure yet.
Ooh, I want an invite to that sausage party. All right, so enough of the BS. And have y'all seen Jason Bradley's calves? He's the Phil Mickelson of you. Yes, Jason Bradley is a unit. A unit. Speaking of units, Jared Fox just got on here.
That's right.
Yeah, that guy. If I ran into that guy in a dark alley, I would immediately relinquish everything I had on me and pray that he doesn't decide he wanted to sexually assault me, because there's nothing I could do to stop him. Pretty much.
And you wouldn't be the first person he's hurt on a USPSA range and damaged their personal property. Andrew Blood.
Ooh, what happened? I want details. Let's get it.
I think you should have Jared on at some point. He'll tell you the story.
See, here's the thing. Every time I've talked to Jared, it's like, "Oh, hey, Jared," and he just kind of looks at me and like growls a little bit, and I'm like, I can't tell if that's like a "hey" growl or like a "go fuck yourself" growl, but I don't know.
I assure you, he's a lot nicer than he comes off.
Yeah, because he looks like a serial axe murderer, but. He every time I speak to him, I'm joking, obviously. Every time I speak to him, he is really nice. So I would love to have him on here because he's huge. That is a freaking understatement. He's built like Brock Lesnar. So moving on.
Yeah.
What's your plan for this season? Because obviously the ammo thing is kind of throwing people out of whack. Are you going to shoot as many majors, or are you going to kind of pull it back, or are you going to focus on majors and pull back the locals in practice? Kind of what's your headspace there?
So I didn't pull back any majors. I'm shooting the same amount. I think I have 18 on the schedule. But like I'll probably be at the open match, also open nationals, so working the CZ booth at that. So
you're not going to be shooting a open gun?
No, I doubt it.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. I stayed around last time, and it was fun, but...
Yeah, I remember seeing you there.
I don't know if it's worth it. I got slots to the other teammates, so they can shoot, so...
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. That's later on in the year, right? That's right. That's in October, so we'll see.
Yeah, the signups aren't even open yet, so...
Yeah. Not super concerned about that. I'm doing 2 doubleheader weekends where I shoot like on a Friday and then drive somewhere and shoot on a Sunday. So I got those planned this year.
I did one of those for the first time this season. I did New Mexico. I did the New Mexico Sectional Championship on Friday, and then I did North Texas Open Championship on Sunday. And one was in Clovis, New Mexico, and the other one was in Fort Worth.
How far?
It was 10 and a half, 11 hours.
That's a pretty good haul.
Yeah, but I had a driving partner. I had Chase with me, so it wasn't that bad. And he drove, honestly, most of the way, surprisingly. So, but
That's
it was
pretty
a
awesome.
lot. It was a lot, I will say. It did suck a little bit. So those are ballsy. So you have how many of those you're doing?
I have 2 on the calendar right now.
Animal.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
I think I'm honestly gonna fly to like for one set and like fly for one and then drive for the other. So.
Do you fly for a lot of your matches, or are you a driver?
Just depends. Like if it's within 500 miles, it's like a drive.
Yeah.
If it's outside of that, you got to fly.
Yeah.
And that's roughly an 8-hour drive.
Yeah, that was my rule last year. I think I had a 10-hour rule. 10-hour drive is kind of where I maxed it out. And if it was a 2-day match format, it was like a 6-hour rule, just because I'd have to get back to work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd have to come back to work because I was working in the oil field and there's no days off.
That makes sense. Yeah, Tim's a great driver, except when he tries to make you Instagram famous and mess with you.
Does he like to drive a little nut? Well, he used to be a driver, so I imagine he's
No, he drove fine. I just like fell asleep in the car and I was asleep and he like woke me up like screaming and stuff in the car and I didn't know what was going on, so.
What a dick.
It's like a classic if you fall asleep in the car, right?
I was surprised he could do all that while maintaining control of the car in a booster seat. Just kidding, Tim. I love you. All right, so let's talk CZ.
Sure.
So CZ has got some pretty cool shit coming up.
Like?
They've been putting out some crazy guns, like that was it the Dan Wesson collab?
Yeah, so the DWX.
The DWX.
Unfortunately, ran into some supplier issues and COVID, so that project has kind of been delayed. Hopefully to launch later this year. So no real updates on that, but yeah, it's definitely coming. It's still progressing along pretty good.
And then they just acquired Colt.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's probably the biggest thing, right? So our parent company, CZ Group, which owns the CZ factory in Europe, they own 4M, they own CZ USA, Dan Wesson, they own all the sub companies, right? They basically signed an agreement to buy Colt. It's waiting on regulatory approval right now from U.S. government and Canadian government.
Yeah, it's got to go through the SEC and all that other stuff because of publicly traded companies. Same thing like when Baker Hughes was trying to be bought by Halliburton type deal. That's a big deal, dude.
It is. So we haven't got a lot of info. We work there day to day, and we kind of have the same information everybody else has right now. We don't know how it's going to be structured or what they're going to do versus what we're going to do. Like, we have none of that information out right now. So I think that'll take a little while to get figured out.
A lot of big public corporations like that play that very close to the chest. You're not going to know about it until it's almost public knowledge, just for investor comfort. Some people on the inside will be in the know. Like, I was with Baker Hughes when GE bought him, and then when GE sold him. So, we didn't know a lot, and I was in upper management. We didn't know a lot until like a couple weeks, maybe a week before it was actually announced. So, they're going to play that pretty close to the vest. But does that mean you're technically teammates with the Williams sisters? Because they just got signed with Colt this year.
Yeah, I would say so, I guess, yeah. I honestly think they'll be run as probably separate companies. But that's just my guess. I think they'll have their own marketing departments between both of them and all that. So
I don't see them soaking in the name and getting rid of it. I mean, it's synonymous
with
firearms.
No way.
There's no way possible. And I imagine Colt's been running – I mean, Colt's been a long time company that's made it through a lot of shit. So I imagine they're going to keep management the same, if not maybe transition a few over. But that's a big deal, dude, to be a part of a company that just literally bought one of the most popular if not the most popular gun manufacturer on the planet. It's pretty neat because when you think firearms, you think Colt, Yeah,
oh yeah, for sure. And they got a bunch of government contracts, so like they're doing that. They're selling commercial guns again. I've seen recently, like, everybody talks about how they stopped selling to the commercial market, right?
Yeah.
I've like just recently, like with all the demand and everything, they're starting to release more commercial models, so they're still out there. They're getting their name out there again. So
Oh yeah. Well,
it'll
when
be a
you got
very
that
interesting time. So
when you got that government tap all the way open, might as well ride that lightning all the way.
right, it's pretty nice. It looks like.
It is. It's got to be nice. Yeah, we're over here at Atlas, like we're building 120, sometimes 150 guns a month, and then Colt's over here like we broke. Like I think we threw that in the trash today. But yeah, that's pretty neat. So any other big developments on the sponsorship side for you this season, or are you kind of sticking with the same?
Still currently with Federal, CZUSA. Those are my two main sponsorships.
Federal's got to be a nice one to have right now.
Federal's a nice one right now, yeah. I mean, obviously everybody's heard about how much ammo they have on back order, so obviously the demand is there. So it's still good working with them,
Yeah.
have a professional relationship with it, continuing on with that. So doing that, that's good.
If y'all are looking for, a young, ruggedly handsome, some would say suave, intellectually capable,
we'll call Jared Fox, right?
Decent shooter. Yeah, you'll call Jared Fox. But yeah, that's I think honestly, people do not realize how big those ammo sponsorships are until stuff like this happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's super to have a way into the company and be like, okay, well, I can't shoot this year unless I get something. Like,
yep,
they're gonna make it they're gonna find a way to get you something to shoot. So.
Oh, absolutely, and you shoot minor for the most part, so it's not like you're shooting open or something of that sort that requires something crazy,
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, obviously you're still worried about power factor and all of that, but it's not as crazy. It'd be relatively easy to keep you running,
Yeah, I mean, I can use all the way from the action pistol specific Syntec ammo to regular Federal American Eagle 115 grain bulk pack ammo. Like, I can use all that and still be perfectly fine, not like worried about power factor or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. They make you shoot 45 ACP Syntec, LOL.
No.
No.
They make Tim Herron do that.
Yeah. And then that lit the internet on fire. Jesus. We won't even go there. That was hilarious. Yeah. I laughed hard. Everybody was so butthurt. It was hilarious.
There was a ton of people super upset about it. Like, people didn't even know that that's a thing.
Yeah. I was surprised that people don't realize match ammo's match ammo.
Yeah. I've used it several times. Like, it makes sense. Like, if you're traveling and you have to fly somewhere, like pre-ammo crunch, like you could technically like fly in somewhere, buy a case of Syntec ammo from the store, and then like have match ammo for the match and not have to worry about power factor. It makes a lot of sense. Like, current times, this is an outlier. Like, I don't expect this to last for longer than a year.
Yeah. Unlike me, I have to smuggle 9 major in my keister. I had to put it in the old prison wallet to get enough for nationals.
Nice. You can ship that, right?
Yeah. If I was a smart man, that's probably what I would do. But haven't been called that a whole lot. So you're thinking this ammo crisis is going to be about a year?
I think we have to decide what's a crisis, right?
Yeah.
Can you go out and find ammo right now?
Yes. It's can you afford it?
That's true. So is it a crisis, or are you just not used to paying what it currently is going for?
That's true. Well, primers are a crisis.
Primers, I think, are harder to come by right now. Here are my thoughts on this, and it's been backed up by several people that have what I'm about to say, like, they're already in the process of doing this. Domestic primers are being held for domestic production. Like, whoever's making the primers, Federal's not going to sell primers if they have like capacity to build, right? So for 24 hours, 7 days a week, right? They're not going to sell a bunch of primers to sell primers when they're like machines would be
Loading
empty.
them.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Just saying,
But
man.
the thing is, there's so many people trying to import primers from everywhere in the world right now, and they're importing them by the millions.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be a mass influx of primers on the market, non-American primers, this spring. You're going to see millions and millions of primers available this spring. There's no telling how good a quality are or where they came from, right? But having them is more important than the quality at that point, I think.
Yeah. I actually just pulled out of a multi-million-dollar primer order today because I had a bunch of spec sheets of everything that was supposed to be, and then I got the actual ones, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. This is not what I was told.
Yeah.
So luckily I hadn't wired any money yet, but
you were gonna buy the million?
it was a 6 million primer order between 13 people.
Holy crap, that's a lot.
The majority of it was between 4 of us, me included.
Dude, that's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. But I was
What country was it from?
Czechoslovakia. It's Schmalit and Balut, whatever the hell.
Oh, really?
Schmalut and Balut is what I kept calling it.
What was wrong with them?
So I was told we were getting small rifle and that they were going to be a certain the material that they use for the cup was going to be a certain strength and thickness and whatever, and turns out it was like some super soft brass stuff. I guess their metal that they normally use was unobtainable. It's unobtainium, whatever. So these were going to be extremely soft versions of them, and the problem with that is I'm shooting 9 major. Soft primers and 9 major don't mix. And the other guys were like, well, if you're not going to buy, we're not going to buy.
Oh, really?
I was like, okay, that's fine with me. Because if I pull out, the price goes way up because I'm buying a lot, right?
Right.
So they were like, well, we're not paying that. I was like, all right, whatever, because we were going to get like 47. It was like $47 a 1,000, which is, I was paying $14 a 1,000 a year and a half ago.
Yeah, that seems pretty high.
Well, I mean, anywhere you can get it right now, it's $100 plus it's $100 plus 1,000 right now. You know?
Yeah.
I went to like Mike Stoker, he's the president of Super Bell. They're doing the buy your own or bring your own primer event, right? So you can ship them primers and they'll load for you, right? And it's a really good deal. But people are sending him like thousands of primers shipped direct from places instead of shipping to their house or shipping to them, and the receipts in there. And he's looking at these receipts, and people are paying on multiple occasions, sometimes $300 and $400, $500 a 1,000 for primers right now.
It's crazy.
Insane. It's insane.
That's crazy.
I won't do it. I've got 58,000 primers in my other room right there that I just have.
Yeah.
And if I were to crank the training back a little bit, I can make that last until December. And by then, hopefully we'll be back in business.
I think a lot of the import primers will take a lot of the demand off. I don't think it'll go away. I don't think it'll be back down to under $20 a 1,000 primers.
I'll pay $50 a 1,000, but they got to be good primers.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it was CCI small rifle or federal, federal match gold, which is what I have in there. I've got federal match gold small rifle primers and small pistol magnums. If they were those, I'll pay $80 a 1,000 right now. I don't really care.
Jeez.
But, I'm not going to pay for something that I really don't know what it is and blah, 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 just wasn't right.
Yeah.
And plus I was the one who found the primer deal. So I don't want to buy all that. And then my buddies be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So whenever I got that info, I was like, hey man, and they wanted half up front, half upon shipping.
Yeah, that's a pretty risky deal.
Yeah. If it was half up front, half upon delivery, maybe a little bit better. Or, quarter up front, quarter on delivery, or quarter on shipping, half on delivery. And I tried to work with them, and they were like, no, the demand is so high. If we don't have the money wired before they leave the factory onto the shipping containers, then you can basically, get fucked. And I was like, okay, that's
Is that a whole
fine.
container full?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
That's a lot. It seems high for imports right now, honestly.
Yeah, $47 a thousand to me seemed high for that as well. But, we had to pay what we had to pay. I've seen this movie, War Dogs. Yeah, dude, I was promised Russian ammo, and I got Chinese. That's what was happening.
That's right.
So, for this year, what's your goals? Because you've been doing this now, since 2007. The right side, you're on the right side of 2 decades. You're a pretty realistic guy. You know your expectations and all that. What's your goal for this season?
So this last season, I kind of transitioned to carry optics, right? From production for a career, basically.
Yeah.
After I made the World Shoot team, I decided to go fully into carry optics, fully into polymer guns, away from metal double single action guns to a plastic striker fired gun, right? With an optic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a really big change for me, totally out of my comfort zone. Like just by the end of the year, I was feeling comfortable, feeling like I knew how to shoot the game, kind of like the game is totally different than minor production, right?
Absolutely.
It's way faster, and I just kind of felt comfortable towards the end of the year. Like I didn't perform to the level I wanted at all. So I have some goals about how I want to perform. Like I had some mental stuff I had to get over, kind of figure that out right at the end of the year, right after, right during nationals, I kind of figured it out. So I want to perform to how I should be able to perform this year, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my goal. That's my main goal this year.
So this is a question that I get a lot, right? Mm-hmm. Are you a placement shooter or are you a performance shooter? And I feel like you're more of I base how I did on that match based on my personal performance, not necessarily where I finished. Is that kind of your mentality?
That's actually not true.
So you are a placement shooter.
I am. So, and I actually have placement goals, but I break them down into I need to do this to get that, right?
Yep.
So I need to do visualization. Like that was my biggest issue. I got lazy on visualizing stages, right? Yep. I took everything for granted. I've done this for so long. Oh, it's easy. Yeah, complacency, 100%. Like figure that out at nationals, in carry optics nationals. Went to open nationals and did the work, did the visualizations, probably shot one of the best matches I've shot in probably 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, well, that was me just being lazy and not thinking and not doing the work, right? So did that, figured that out, gonna carry that into this year. But yeah, I have a placement goal I want to hit. I have sub goals that will lead to that. So I'll basically be working on the sub goals. And so that'll lead to the placement goal.
So you're a focus on the process instead of the result type of guy. Like if you
focus
on the process, the result will come.
Yeah, that's how you have to do it.
So that's I worked this last season was all about mental management for me because I felt I had the physical talent. I felt I had the talent, pulling the trigger, but I didn't have it mentally. And I come from a multiple sport background where mentality was huge and I hadn't done it in a while. And I was like, man, I think that's my gap, right? And then I had someone who I consider to be a world champion, multi-time national champion, like Mount Rushmore of shooting type guy tell me it's all in your head. And I was like, you might be right. So I focused a lot on the mental side of things. And I find that if I'm worrying about all the steps in the process to shooting a stage, rather than I have to shoot this in X amount of time with X amount of hits, I'm 10 times better.
Yeah, 100%.
And it clicked about halfway through the season, and it did well. So this year, I'm excited now that I've had this much time to work on it, and also my shooting's gotten better where I'm going to be. So can't stop the hop. Bro, you got to get that on a t-shirt. Seriously, that's like the 15th time I've seen this. We've got to get this on a t-shirt.
Steven's probably the craziest person I've known. Like, I know.
Really?
Yeah, he's completely nuts.
Sounds like my kind of guy. So, funny story, now you say that. I'm going to privy this with saying I'm usually, I take this, I consider this, a career. I'm early in it, but I consider it a career. And I am very serious with it. But I like to think of myself as a fun guy. I joke around a lot. I'm not exactly, a suit and tie type of dude. So I'm fun on a squad. And when I go to a match, I'm a little loud, I have fun. Do you remember yelling at a group? Yeah.
Yes, I know. So I'll explain that. The only reason I came over there was because the shooter that was shooting heard someone say stop. Oh. And they paused while they were shooting. Yeah, that's the only reason I walked over and said anything.
I thought it was so fun. I was like, did I just get yelled at by Matt Hopkins? And then, but you were so polite about it. You were like, hey guys, keep it down a little bit, please. Thank you. And just like turned around and walked away. And I was like, did Matt Hopkins just politely tell me to shut the fuck up? And I was like, does that mean I made it. When Matt Hopkins tells me to go fuck myself, that's how you know you made it, right? I was like, I thought it was so funny. Because you were so nice about it. We were like, all right, yeah.
It could have been a really awkward situation. And I would not have ever said anything unless I didn't hear that the stop said. I don't even know what the conversation was. And then the shooter paused a little bit while they were shooting. That's the only reason I ever said anything.
We're going to blame that on Steiner.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Steiner wasn't even present, but he was shooting that day. We're going to blame it on Steiner. 100%.
Yep, I'm good with that, yeah.
Yeah, that works. Somebody said a little loud. Yeah, just a little. Jesus.
I did hear someone ask about a P10 45.
Yes. That was CZ Ryder.
Yeah, so yes, they are coming.
A P10 and 45.
Yeah. Palmer striker fired 45.
Is it going to be a single stack?
No, it's like a stack and a half. It's like 13 rounds. Oh, okay. Yeah, 13 rounds in the mag.
That's going to be legit. Be a good.
It's a beast of a gun, dude. It's a lot to handle.
It'd be a good hog gun right there. Then your ammo screwed you the second half of the year. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Many things. Having PTSD flashbacks from that. We know it was Hyder, though. It probably was Hyder. Matt, any word on the DWX? We talked about that earlier. It's coming, right?
It's coming, yeah. So they had some COVID issues, some vendor issues. It's working. It's going.
It's like the mid-engine Corvette, right? It's coming. It was coming for years, but when it got here, holy shit.
It was worth it, right?
Exactly. Why aren't you shooting an S2OR?
So Production Optics Light has a weight limit on it, and polymer guns are about the only guns that will fit in there with optics and meet the weight requirement.
What is the rate requirement for that?
35 ounces, I think.
That's low.
So it's low, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've actually done some looking. There is a way to get a 75 shadow line with an optic on it within the weight limit.
Really?
Yes, there is a way to do it.
What kind of magical fairy dust are you going to have to sprinkle on this thing?
The problem is we only imported like 50 or 100 of them, so they don't exist anymore. They're all sold. I couldn't even, with my pull, get the factory to make any more for me. I was like, can we just make 2 of them? Just because that's all I need. That's all I need.
You could always just cut the ever-loving piss out of a regular one.
I don't think that's legal, though.
All the IPSC. All the lightning.
Not for IPSC, though. It's not legal.
Well, whatever. That's uber gay. But
yeah. I mean, it was good for me to get out, branch out, and try to learn how to shoot a striker fire gun, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Trigger systems are totally different. Like it's way harder to shoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot carry optics nats this year. I say that. Maybe I might shoot carry optics nats this year. I might just still focus on limited or on open. But if I do shoot carry optics nats, I'm obviously gonna shoot a striker fired gun because I don't own a CZ or a Tanfo or anything like that. But I played with it the other day, and you get used to that 2011 trigger, and then you go to a stock striker fire trigger. I was like, what in the ass? This thing was
way
garbage.
Different.
It's way different.
Way different.
It's way different.
The good triggers mask so many issues.
Oh yeah, and
good triggers and metal guns mask even more.
I shot a stock 2, maybe it was a stock 3, with no trigger work done, and I was like, this is a pretty decent trigger. And then I shot one that JJ had done, and I was like, Jesus Christ, these things can get awesome. And then you see all the polymer like Glock triggers and the PPQ triggers and all that, and they can get decent, but they don't get to that level.
Single action is such a good trigger. Like it's
so awesome.
Very hard to get to that.
You should have decided to come to Texas Tune Up. Jerry will be there, and that would be a dope podcast. Oh, damn it. I'll be honest with you. I completely forgot. We had the winter storm and everything, and then I was moving. I completely forgot to sign up for Texas Tune Up. I even had it planned. I got my 3-gun rifle in there, and I borrowed a dude's Dissident. I thought it was next weekend. Oh, son of a bitch.
Are you going to get into 3-gun?
No, I was going to shoot 1 or 2 just to do it. I've shot a couple 3-gun matches, local 3-gun matches, but I was going to shoot 1 or 2 majors just to kind of do it, But if I am going to do it, I have found out that quad loading is not my game, not at the moment. So open is where it was at for me. I'm going to do mag-fed shotgun and cheat a little bit. So, oh well. I'll have to catch Jerry on another one because I don't. Jerry doesn't even know I exist. I don't even know I care. So he doesn't even know who the hell I am. You've been doing this so long. What would you say? And this is a question I had sent to me in a DM because whenever I announce a podcast, and people find out. Like people found out it was you, and I got a shit ton of questions. Yep. One of them being in the early years of your career, right? What was one thing you wish you could tell yourself then that you know now?
Oh, that's easy. So when picking up the carry optics gun, I was like, okay, I got to put in the work and do dry fire. So this is like, last year was the first year where I did dry fire basically all year and did it really consistently and saw like where I could get from not ever shooting a dot to where it became like eventually at the end of the year, like something that was sort of acceptable, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not always great. I would make myself start earlier in my career doing that because it's like compounding interest, right? You put in 15 minutes every day, like 10 years in, you've put in a lot of time.
Oh yeah.
Having to put in like an hour a day, 10 years in doesn't equal what you put in the previous 10 years, right?
Yep.
So absolutely. That's the number one thing I would do, like put in the work and do the work at dry fire. I think I kind of kick myself now.
It's the most underutilized training method by far.
And I don't think a lot of people are doing it right.
No,
so it took a little while to learn how to do it correctly and like get the most out of it.
Yeah. It really is. Someone is super excited to be squatted with you at the Buckeye Blast.
Yeah, that's one of my double weekends. That one's going to be awesome. So
hell yeah.
On Friday, shoot the Rocky Mountain 300. 5 stages, 60 rounds each.
Oh, hey-o. And are you shooting that? You should shoot production just for funsies.
I've shot production there quite a bit. Like, that's all the medals behind me there, right? Those are all stage wins at Rocky Mountain 300 in production.
Flexing. Yeah, no big deal. I got like Michael Phelps shit going on behind me with all
Yeah,
these
there's
gold
some
medals.
there.
Don't pay attention to that. So one of my goals is to eventually have like enough trophies to where I watched that Jerry documentary, and he has like a shipping container, and they're just all kind of fucking thrown in there. They're like national and world championships and all this thing. He just kind of just tosses them in there because he's like, I got 950,000 of these fucking things.
Does he really?
I don't know if he does or not, but he's got a lot. I mean, he's got a shipping container full of shit, full of trophies that are just literally just like he opens the. It's like when he gets back from a match, he just opens the door and goes, and then closes it.
Before they all fall out, right?
Yeah, before they all fall out. I would love to do that. Trevor, you've actually fixed my dry fire because you said it should make you gassed after like 15 minutes. Yes, if you're doing dry fire for an hour and a half straight, you're doing it wrong.
I found a way to do it. I like to do this, and I'll do it for like an hour, 2 hours, or something like that, right? I set a timer and I do something for 3 minutes. So like I'll just do like trigger control at speed or like draws. I'll do that for a solid 3 minutes, then like hit it again, restart it, take a break for 3 minutes, play on my phone, do something else, right?
Yep.
Once that goes off, start something else.
Somebody just said they changed their dry fire to that after talking to you. That's pretty smart. So you just literally do like 3 minute increments of one thing and just go from there. See,
that's all I do. Like, I start out usually doing trigger control at speed. I think it's a really awesome drill. But yeah, I'll literally do it for 3 minutes. That's all I'll do. Then I'll stop, do another like a 3 minute break, then figure out like next thing, do the 3 minutes, and then keep going for that. I usually do like 6 to 10 of those. So usually it takes like hour and a half or so.
Jacob Brophy said, can you talk about how to dry fire correctly? I guess just a brief synopsis. I'm gonna let the master over here take that one because you've been dry firing longer than I've probably learned knowing how to read.
So like we were talking about, like you got to get like it's not like I've been doing the 3 minute intervals. Like it's not something that you can't get lazy with your grip. You got to make sure your grip's good because that's going to translate into bad things during live fire, right?
Yep.
So I make sure my grip's good. My hands are super tired after it. I have where all the stippling's on the guns. Like I have marks on my hands. It shows through like on that for hours or days after. Like my hands get tore up more dry firing than they do shooting.
100%.
I think that's important. I think you have to you have to be accountable. Like you can whip the gun out and like wave it by all the targets, like, but did you stop there and like mimic like what you're gonna actually do when you're shooting?
Yeah.
Like, are you mimicking the grip pressure you're gonna have on the gun while you're shooting? Like you have to be accountable for that. I think that's the biggest thing is people aren't accountable.
You see a lot of the Instagram dry fire heroes and the guys like you and me watch it and go, that was useless. It looked
100%,
cool,
yeah,
but it was 100% useless.
Yep, and that's not going to translate at all into live fire at all. So you'll never that'll never work out. Like it's going to be great on video, like it's going to look good, but it won't ever actually translate over.
I find that I don't really hero things much. Like I don't post stuff to Instagram that I'm like, oh, that looks cool, but the hits were shit. You know what I mean? Like I post pretty much everything, but I'm not afraid to post stuff that doesn't look as cool, but in my head was a good, perfect stage, right? Same with my dry fire. Like it may not look crazy on Instagram, but it's concise. It's good, And I think so many people get caught up on the optics of what they're doing rather than how beneficial it actually is, because they're dry firing at home and their wife's there and they're like, oh, she's watching me. They're not, they're not thinking about, okay, this has to be, I need 100 good reps, and they have to be good. They have to be concise. They have to be purposeful. They just think in their head, they're like, I want to feel good, so I got to go fast.
Right.
The Graham loves the 1R1. Oh my God, I know.
One reload one.
Yeah, the 6.5 out of the holster and the 6.5 reload. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Those are famous.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Someone else asked about, shooting Cornhusker. Yes, I am shooting Cornhusker. I'm just waiting to squat on that. I think I'm on the wait list still, but I'm for sure planning on shooting that match.
Someone said aiming at dots on the wall, question mark.
Oh, yeah. Early on, basically, I did. It's on my website also, the dot drill.
Yeah. So
where I put dots on I think it was like linoleum blinds or blinds on a window. And I literally just used them to transition like between and like work on eye speed, moving your eyes in front of the gun.
Yeah.
Basically make sure you move your eyes and not like fall on the side or the dot across there. So I think that was an early drill. I think there's some variations to that right now. I think it's still good. I think it'd be something to work on if you're limited space. So I use like little pasters.
Yeah.
So I use like little pasters, and then I used a thumbtack that I had painted black to transition to. So I use super small targets with not very far away. So that's how I mimic the distance and shot difficulty.
Yeah, so I actually I didn't know about that drill until I posted that you were coming on here, and one of my teammates and friends, Sean Burrows, was like, bro, that dude changed my freaking game. And he literally sent me, like, Sean sent me, I'm not kidding you, like a 14-page essay explaining the drill and like how beneficial it was, and like sent me pictures and videos, and was just like, bro, this was so legit. And he sent me
Awesome.
like, he even sent me his dry fire schedule when he does it, like left, right, middle, right, left, like all this.
Really?
He sent me literally, like, I'm not kidding you. It was like I was like, had to scroll like 3 or 4 times.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
you can do so much with that though. Like you can space them out. Like if a window's not that wide, but if you're only like 4 or 5 feet away from it, 6 feet away, that gives you plenty of transition room.
It really
and
does.
I think on the blinds also, you could put like targets low, like you could put dots low on it. Mm-hmm. Because I think that up and down transition is really, really like, it's not very well used, or no one really practices it, right?
Yeah.
They always practice like lateral transitions, left to right, right to left. Like not a lot of people
north-south.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, up and down.
And there's a lot of those stack targets.
Stack targets.
Far to close, right next to you. You know,
yep.
I saw that a lot this year.
Yep. And so if you notice when you're like coming off a left-hand target, and then you got like a target down like at your feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
That target's hidden, so you can't really see it. So you got to know like where to look at. Like you got to kind of like look through your arms to where you're gonna go.
Yep. Yeah. A lot of people don't. I don't really look at. This is gonna sound weird, but you know how they always release like the stages of a major like way before.
Yeah.
And like people get real caught up on like memorizing the stages like to a fucking T before like they even schedule their hotel for the match. I don't do that. I look for anything weird start positions, maybe a weird target, something that I can implement in my practice that I'm like, okay, I'm going to see this in 2 or 3 weeks, right? And I'm not used to it. And a lot of it for me is like weird positioning. Like I'm going to have to come into a position, and I'm going to have to, while engaging a target and a piece of steel, make my way down onto a knee to shoot under a low port type of stuff, right? Like you would never think to practice that. And you see it on the diagram. But I don't really look at stages until I get to the match. I'll show up a day early, I walk them, I do all that. But do you think it's beneficial to memorize the stages via matchbook?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. Nope. Because I've noticed typically what's in the matchbook is not what's on the ground. Not even close. 9 times out of 10.
Nothing. I mean, it's all thought up in your head, right? Like you're not thinking exactly what that stage is. Like you're thinking of principles or like things you want to have done during your stage design. Like it doesn't translate over to like matches.
Yeah.
I'd say probably 99% of the time, right?
especially if you're going to Area 3. Are you going to shoot this year? Are you going to shoot this year's Area 3?
Yeah, I'm going to shoot. I'll be there.
Oh, yeah. All right, so you're in the know. So I need a final answer on this because I've heard yes, I've heard no, I've heard yes, I've heard no. Is this the 12 hated stages match?
Last time I talked to Sherwin, he did not know what he was going to do.
Damn
so
it.
no answer on that one.
Come on, Sherwin, get your shit together. I want to know. The inquiring minds would like to know.
Why do you want to know? Is it going to affect how you like if you go there?
No, it's not. But I'm going to be way more excited if it is a 12 hated stages or if it's a Matt Hopkins A3. It needs to either be 12 hated stages or just bump out and let you take it over.
They won't do that. It will not be that way. It'll be a Sherwin Area 3, right?
Yeah, it'll be a Sherwin Area 3, but if we're going to do a Sherwin Area 3, let's go out with a bang. Let's get the 12 hated stages. Like, why not?
How are they going to pick that, right? Like,
I'm sure that is burned into the memory of Sherwin of the Instagram and Facebook shit he's been drugged through over the years of stages. I'm sure when he thinks in his head, he's like, oh yeah, that did piss a lot of people off.
Oh, so Brian just said that Sherwin alluded yes at Florida Open.
Perfect. Brian's definitely in the know. He knows all those guys. Pull noodles and tire stages. Yeah. See? There we go.
Tires are dangerous.
They are dangerous, but I'm telling you what, I'm an athletic guy, bro. I'll be in and out of those fucking tires for anyone knows it's there. So that might be an edge.
Those were dangerous. That was the same year they had the rooftop things where literally someone fell off like a 6-foot roof while he had a gun onto his, yes.
Shit, I didn't know that story.
Yeah, someone fell off the roof stage 4 or 5 feet up in the air, to the ground.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh, but I mean, it's a little funny.
There was video posted of that, so you might be able to find that still on Facebook.
If somebody listening to this has a video of that, please send it to me. Please send it to me. I'm still convinced Sherwin trained a ground squirrel to jump on me at A3 2019.
Why? How?
You remember the car stage when all the cars, you had to shoot in and out of them?
Yeah.
The front left array where you had to lean into that minivan and shoot.
Yep.
When I went to enter, a ground squirrel jumped into my chest.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I have video of it. It's hilarious. Hits me in the chest. In my head, it could have been a dinosaur, right?
Right.
So
right.
I freak out. I jump back. I drop my mag. And so I'm like, take a second to go, what the fuck just happened? And then reinsert a new mag, a rack, and keep going in and then finish the stage. And then when it's done, the RO was like, okay, am I crazy? Or did you get attacked by an animal? And I'm like, yeah, I did. And he goes, I don't know if that's a reshoot or not. So he called Sherwin over, explains the whole thing, and Sherwin goes, I don't fucking know. He goes, is that a reshoot? He goes, I guess we ought to have a reshoot it. And I was just like, okay. It was the funniest shit. But I was like, I kept popping jokes off to Sherwin whenever he walked up. I was like, Sherwin, keep your pets on a leash, man. This is bullshit.
Nice.
All right.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That and the pot leaves, the pot plants that are out there, right?
The pot plant? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like pot all over the place.
All the berms are like fucking ditchweed.
Yeah, it's ditchweed that looks suspiciously like pot. Except there's no buds on it. So
right.
The leaves do. Not saying I know what that looks like. I
you
read
saw
it
on TV.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on TV. Yeah, I saw it on Ice Road Truckers. But so, all right. So, of the matches you've shot in your entire career, because this was a question I got as well, which one stands out as the one you're most proud of?
Interesting question. I've never actually thought of that. So,
Yep.
There's been matches that, I don't know, like a single one.
A single match where you're like, that was the pinnacle. Or is it going to be World Shoot?
Yeah, so like at the time, I think my finish at 2011 Nationals when I was in the top 16.
I thought you were 7th.
For 2011? No, that was 2014. 7th. That was
2014. Yeah.
Yep. So I think I was. I think when I was 15th or something in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably, like at the time, that was probably the most accomplishment.
Because that was the first time you broke the top 15.
Yeah, yep.
Which is a big deal.
I still think that, like, yeah.
Top 15 in our sport is, I think the top 15 shooters, all of them can beat each other. For the most part. You have one or two outliers, like you got, like, Ben Steger, who obviously, if he walks onto a range shooting production, there's a 9 out of 10 chance he's probably going to win. But you take that guy out of the equation, right? Like a him or like a now JJ, right? All those guys, all of y'all at any given time can beat each other.
Yeah,
right?
For sure. And it just depends on the match, yeah. I think it's one of the worst things that Foley has done is taken away the top 16 awards, right? So we have the classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like GM, like all that. Like top 16 was another level for the awards that people got that people were going to progress to. It's the next step. Like once you became GM, you're like GM, and then you're like, well, I'm a top 16 GM, and then like top, I would say probably there's like top 3 or so. Like once you get up like into the single digits after that, like there's different levels there, right?
Yeah.
I think it's one of the worst things he did was take that away.
I agree because I wasn't around for that. I heard it now, like I think my first nationals I shot was 2018 or 2018. 2018 was my first nationals, and I'd only been shooting for like a month or two, so I had no business being there. But somebody told me, like, yeah, we're not doing top 16 awards. You know, that was a thing of the past. And I was like, top 16 awards? And then now I'm like, damn, that would be cool. You know, then I didn't realize really what it was. But now I'm like, a top 16 award would be dope. I think it would be.
It's still a metric people look at, honestly.
It is, because if you ask anybody, where do you want – if you ask a really talented shooter, where do you want to finish? Top 16.
Yep,
if they've
100%.
Never been there, top 16 is the goal. You know, because most likely you're going to end up in the super squad.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so top 16 awards, what happened? And then I'm a firm believer that I think there should be rankings. Why not, right?
And what? Oh, like for the sport?
For the sport, right? And it takes in level 3 and nationals performance and gives you a mean, you know, an average.
Right.
And let's rank him. Let's find out, like, who's in the top 20? Who is number 1, you know? Because it's safe to say, like, before Christian got here, right?
Yeah.
And you know, and that's just open. I'm just talking open. We should do it for all, but like for production, you know, like Hetherington won production, but was he the best throughout the year?
Right.
We don't know.
Yeah. There's other sports that do that, right? Right.
Every sport does that.
Yeah. But
every single sport does that.
The current administration will never do that because it doesn't add to their bottom line, right?
Well, it could if they ever thought about, I don't know, monetizing the sport for public consumption.
That's an interesting question. Like the current scoring on paper targets, that's probably not possible, right? It's too hard to do a real-time score.
It would be. It could be. But you'd have to get away from major minor scoring, which they'll never do.
So honestly,
if it was just 5-3-1, 5-3-1.
Yeah.
right? And then on the graphic that shows the scoring, it'll show you the hits, and it'll have a little diagram of a thing that shows you what you'll know where they hit, right? And then steal is steal. It could be done, right? But you have to get away from major minor scoring. And then calculating hit factor is not, once you have, calculating hit factor would be the issue, I guess.
Yeah, but honestly, that's a formula in Excel you could figure out pretty easily. Like if you got the AMG timers, like you could download all that stuff and you could know exactly split by split and know the hits on the target. That could be figured out. That's pretty easy.
And when
I think there is,
boom, hit factor's up there. People don't care how the score was done. They just care about the score.
Yeah, so, and it has to be immediate.
Keep hit factor. Yeah. Soon as they're finished, scoring's complete, bang, hit factor. You're telling me there's not a system to do that?
No, that could be easily figured out. It's already done in practice score right now.
Exactly. I could look what we're doing right now. Where are you at?
I'm in Kansas City.
You're in Kansas City. I'm in Houston, Texas. We're having a full-blown conversation that's going to be all over the internet. When I get done here, I'm going to blast this with the click of one button. I'm going to submit it to one site, and it's going to blast it over 50 different things. It's going to be on all these podcast sites. It goes directly to YouTube. And I could put it behind a paywall if I wanted to, like that.
Yep. I think it could be done. I think there is a path forward to get away from major power factor.
Yeah. Someone said I think it should be 5-4-3 just because it'd be faster on TV. That'd be ballsy. That would be heat. Yeah.
It would speed up all the minor divisions for sure.
Oh, 100%. But that's, again, why major power factor is stupid. Can we just say that?
I think it's antiquated. It's an old time thing. It had to do with ammo at the time when they figured out hit factor, right?
Yeah, but why? Why now? Like open guns run, in my opinion, better at 150 to 155 power factor. I know because
I really think there's a path forward.
There is.
So there is. I think
Matt Hopkins for president. That's the path.
No, hear me out. I've thought about this quite a bit. It would take a 4 to 5 year plan, like put down like, okay, this year, like in 2026, there will be no major scoring for any divisions. It will all be minor. And this is the path we're going to do. So 2023, we're going to do this. 2024, we're going to do this. 2025, we're going to do this. So stuff like that.
Yeah.
It would turn the sport into a 9mm sport, but I don't think that's a problem.
It's the most widely used caliber. Why the hell not? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? More capacity, less pressure, safer on the guns. Why not?
People can buy it from the store.
People can literally go right there to Academy and buy it. You can't go to an
used
Academy.
To be able to.
Well, yeah, but normally you can go buy. People can't go buy 38 Super Comp loaded for an open gun.
Nope, cannot.
So people, when they watch a sport, like when I watch golf, and I do watch golf, I'm one of those weirdos, right? When I watch golf, I look at those clubs and I go, I can get that right now. I can go down to my local golf shop. I can get it. I can fit my own shafts to it, and boom, there you go. I'm hitting the same clubs as Tiger Woods. But if Tiger Woods was hitting some custom golf ball that I had to make myself in my garage, I probably wouldn't be so inclined to buy the same golf balls as Tiger Woods. Am I right?
Right. Yeah.
So why? Yeah, like 40's dead besides USPSA.
100%.
What'd you say? Yeah.
40's dead. No, it's dead. Like we don't even make a 40 gun except for the limited guns we make.
Yeah.
That's the only 40 gun we have in our whole portfolio.
The only 40 guns we make are limited guns.
For sport shooters, right?
Yeah, for USPSA. For USPSA. All the other guns, like all the other guns, every single one of them is 9mm or a 38 Super Comp. So why? And honestly, it'd be awesome to just get away from 38 Super Comp. Like 38 Super Comp's only around for USPSA. Starline's entire business structure is for competitive shooters for the 38 Super Comp, right? They make a lot of other calibers, but they only keep 38 Super Comp alive for us.
Yeah, there's no market for it.
There's not. When are y'all taking your shirts off? Right now. Don't tease me with a good time. A well-tuned gun shooting minor or major have the potential to be shot just as fast because they are all time. Yeah, there's no difference between a major gun and a minor gun. Speed-wise, there's no advantage to shooting major over minor or minor over major. The only difference is scoring because USPSA makes it that way.
Yep.
So, Matt, whenever you become president, keep that in mind.
No, I've thought about that quite a bit. I think there's a path forward. I think 40 is going to be harder to come by, less police departments shooting it. Brass will become scarce. It'll turn into 38 Super Comp brass. Like, you're having to buy new brass to shoot limited. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't at all. Somebody said I thought this was your OnlyFans. My bad. Hey, whoa. What I do outside of this is nobody else's business but mine and some few people's.
Trevor saying he's going to pay $80 for 1,000 of federal primers means he has an OnlyFans to afford that.
Hey, man, if it means I get primers, I'll shake it on camera. Is what it is. I'm not bashful. Don't take your shirt off. Joel Park wouldn't approve of it. Yeah.
I don't think I've cussed yet, have I?
I don't know. I know I do.
Oh, I couldn't make it through one of Cody's podcasts without cussing.
Yeah, just say fuck for me, Matt. One time.
Fuck.
There we go. Woo! Ice is broken. Yeah. I'm not gay, but $80 is $80. Just saying. All right. So here's the fun one, right? I do this.
Oh, yeah?
I do this with all my guests. And actually, we're going to save this because I have one more question. One more listener question that I wrote down. So,
all
right. So, when you are Area 3 director, are you going to push for nationals to be held at the Hornady range? If Hornady will expand the range.
Interesting. I think USPSA has some requirements right now. I think they need at least 20 separate bays.
Okay. Is there a range in Area 3 that can accommodate nationals?
No, not right now. Not that I know of. And I've thought about it. Like, last year when I decided I was for sure going to run, when I traveled around, I was like, well, is this range able to hold Area 3? And I think there's 4 viable possibilities right now, right? Mm-hmm. Kansas City has one. Nebraska and Omaha has one. Grand Island has one. There's one in Minnesota that can realistically hold a 14-stage Area 3 match where you're not putting multiple stages on each bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those 4 matches will probably where Area 3 will be when I'm running when I get Area 3 director. Right now, there's not a range that has 20 individual bays in it, and there's no ranges big enough right now in Area 3 to hold nationals.
Hornady has the land.
Hornady has the land. They have enough land there too.
And that is a gorgeous facility.
Yeah.
And I love the golf carts. If you become president, just make golf carts a thing. It's
golf carts?
It's so convenient.
I know. So you never shot at Paso Park, but they had golf carts you can rent there, and it was almost a necessity to have a golf cart.
So amazing! Like I went and shot Oklahoma sectional at that. What range is it? What was Oklahoma sectional 2 years ago? It was at that big police training
Tulsa?
center. Yeah, Tulsa.
Yeah.
That place sucks. A golf cart would be great. It's a beautiful range. Don't get me wrong, but with the heat and the inclines and all that, and pulling my heavy-ass wagon around, a golf cart would have been nice.
That's actually not a bad range.
No, it's a good range. It's a good range.
Chad said you're lazy.
Chad, don't judge me, bro. Chad, you're supposed to be my boy, man.
That's where Area 4 is at this year. You're going to have to get used to going back there.
Yeah, I know. But I'm packing
I think golf carts are fine. I think they're good. I think you get a lot of them around, it's going to turn into a mess.
It could, definitely. Unless you did a limited amount like Area 3 does and said, hey, first come, first serve. If not, you're hitchhiking your sweet ass to each bay.
Oh,
But
yeah.
most of the time, one guy's like, bam, got one, and then 4 people share it type deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or they let you throw your bag on there or something like that. Yeah.
Like I had one both years last year that I shot, both the 2 years I shot Area 3. And I think I had the whole entire squad shit on mine. So is what it is. I love it.
Tulsa can hold areas or nationals for sure.
Oh, yeah. And that'd be a great range. But we got to do it when it's not so fucking hot. Just saying.
That's easy. You could do it in the spring.
Yeah, just saying.
Or it'd be fall, right? Fall.
Yeah,
fall would be better.
Late fall.
Late fall?
Yeah. Let's do it when it's not 900 degrees and you're surrounded by a forest and it's 100% humidity. Let's not do that. People dropping like flies.
So we got a match director for the Nationals match also already.
Do we?
Yeah, Chad.
Is Chad the match director for Nationals this year?
No, but he lives in Tulsa and he runs the club at USSA.
Chad, you have got to do it, bro. I would love to shoot your Nationals because Area 4 last year was legit. One of my favorite matches I've been to. The stages were gorgeous.
Dude, Area 4 is always really good.
It always is a banger.
Basically every match at Fort Smith is really good.
Mm-hmm.
They have a great local staff. They know how to put on stages. They do
a really cool
there.
range too.
Yeah.
It's a really dope range.
They could probably do it. The stages would not be, they wouldn't have the depth.
Yeah.
They have enough bays where they could do like 20 stages on it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I just don't see it being, there won't be a lot of distance.
There won't be a lot of distance. They'll have those 6 or 7 bays in the center where you could get the distance, but everything else would be pretty close up.
But then we could do something like the 3-2-1 rule,
Yeah, that's
small,
definitely
medium,
true.
large. Yeah, it could work. Somebody said I need to know how much ice water and Gatorade ice pops will be on bays at every match with Matt as president.
There will be a cooler full of ice water on every stage. Popsicle pops for the staff only, I think.
Oh, you almost had me, Matt.
Dude, they're so good. They're so good.
So good.
I didn't even when I learned about that last year, I was like,
I'm just saying, if you put that out, that you don't even have to say anything else. Just say, hey, I'm running for president. There's going to be Gatorade, ice pops, and water at every bay. People would be like, this guy's got a fucking great idea. Let's get on board.
Yeah.
Somebody said, when is CZ moving to Arkansas or not?
I don't have any more info on that right now.
Okay, Mike Stoker jumped in here, said, hey, sexy. Someone said, what happened with Shannon Smith? Shannon Smith is focusing on he's worried about himself.
Yep.
He's been doing it for a long time. I can imagine it wears on you. So now Chad's going to jump in, old big dick daddy Chad. Going to start raining down hellfire on everyone. I love it. Also, what fan should I buy, Matt? I need the best.
Ryobi fans, right up there.
Are those pretty legit?
They're awesome, dude. So
I need to get one. I saw someone with one, and then I saw somebody else with a Milwaukee one.
Yeah, I think all the major power tool companies have fans. Ryobi's nice. It's lighter. Milwaukee does have.
You gotta fly.
Yeah, pack's easy. You can fly with it. Batteries are pretty common. You can get any different size. Milwaukee, I think, does put out more air because they have 3 speeds and Ryobi only has 2. So.
Oh well, fan's a fan. There's been some times where I would have beat a baby seal to death at a PETA convention for one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, whoever just said that, if you have a bunch of batteries, just buy the fan that fits all the batteries you have.
I hope Cobalt makes a fan because that's all I got.
I'm sure they do.
DeWalt, all I want to know is if you get rid of Revolver, bump production to 15, adjust power factor on everything, and make major matches similar to Uspsa where quality staff is on hand and tape and reset. That was a paragraph.
That's a lot right there.
That is. All right, so are you getting rid of Revolver?
The division that doesn't make sense to have is limited 10 right now. There's no reason to have limited 10.
Besides New York and California.
The rules already cover that, though. There's a rule in there that says if the state restricts Like the default capacity goes back to the state's like rule.
Oh, well then cool. Who cares?
Yeah.
So yeah,
just no one ever interprets it that way.
Get rid of limited 10. So
limited 10's gone for sure.
All right. What about revolver? Is revolver still alive? Be careful because Jerry might be in here. I'm just kidding. Like I said, Jerry doesn't know how he goes. If he's in here, it's for you.
I don't know. Like, one hand, it doesn't make sense to have a division for like 3 people in it for basically everywhere except for nationals.
Yeah.
But the other hand is like, what's it doing to hurt people? Like when you say you won revolver nationals, like it's like saying you won IDPA nationals, right?
Yeah, it really is. It's like I was the smartest kid at the special table.
And then the next question 100% of the time is, was Jerry there?
Yeah. Was Jerry there? Because we all know if Jerry shows up to shoot a revolver, he's winning revolver.
This point would be very interesting, right?
Yeah. Bump production to 15.
So debatable right now. I am not of the opinion right now that it should happen.
Oof.
So reason for that is we have 4 or 5 high cap divisions right now. We have open, limited, PCC, carry optics.
Yeah.
So we have four high cap divisions.
Yep. We
have single stack, revolver, L10, production.
Which if L10 and revolver
L10
are basically
like
not even
we shouldn't even count that. So we have 2 low cap divisions.
Yeah.
Minor power factor, factory-ish looking guns, 10 round capacity are the 3 like standing principles behind production, right?
Yep.
And iron sights, right?
Yeah.
Those are the main things that make production more different than any other division out there, right? It's not close to limited because there's no major. It's not magwells. Well, your locals just suck at setting up stages then.
Yeah. Somebody said the same guy said, are you adjusting power factor on everything?
I think I already talked about that earlier. I think Mike came in later, but I think there's a path forward that we can get rid of major power factor at some point in the future.
So Mike, vote this way, and then make major matches similar to IPSC where staff is quality and they have on-hand tape and resetters.
I think that can be done also. I think people are going to have to learn how to pay more for that, though.
Yeah.
Like an equivalent level match to our nationals somewhere else is going to be $400 for entry fee.
I just paid $410 for Pan American without batting a fucking eye.
Exactly.
And, so and are they going to have tape and resetters? I don't even know.
I don't know. The World Shoot, they had tape and resetters. I don't know if they will at this one or not.
Well, I'm just saying, if I have to pay $295 and tape and paste and all that, right? Or $400 and I'm just there to shoot.
Yep.
I'd probably pay the $400.
I think a lot of people would.
I think a lot of people would, especially considering of the entire people that show up to nationals, it's safe to say maybe 50% of them tape and reset like they should.
I think it just depends, yeah. Can you fault them, though? Like, it's nationals. People want to go there to shoot good, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to go there to see how good a pacer they were, right? They want to concentrate on their match.
Yeah. I don't fault
people for that.
Locals blow at 10 rounds. Yeah, I've shot some 7-round, 8-round stages that were fucking baller, just saying.
Yeah, no, that's 100% a stage setup issue, and experience of the people setting up. Alexis, I'm never doing that just because you ask.
Matt, when are you going to grow a beard? Oh, that's awesome. You actually would probably look pretty dope with a beard. Connor Freiberger said, what about 3-gun? He's asked 9 times, and as I read it...
Has he really?
Yeah, he's asked like 9 times about 3-gun.
Real simple. I think USPSA should concentrate on what they're good at and get that really good, and not the thing they do once a year just to say they do it.
I agree. So
I do think 3-gun's biggest issue is a national organization and a single rule set governing like for everywhere they go. Like if I go to a match in Kansas City, it's one rule set. If I go to a match literally 2 hours away in Colombia, totally different rule set. Equipment's different.
Yep.
Like that hurts the sport.
Yeah, I agree. Because it is kind of, it's not like a USPSA match where there's one governing body with one deal. There's 900 different things going on, and it all kind of coincides. Jared Fox just came in with some heat and said, if you grow a beard, he'll shave his. But that seems unfair because I feel like if you shaved his beard, it'd be like that scene in Evan Almighty where he shaved and then like rinsed it and then like looked back up and it was back. I feel like he's that fucking manly.
That's a way longer commitment for me than it is Jared.
It is, because growing a beard takes months.
Months? Yeah.
Shaving a beard takes minutes.
Yeah, but Jared growing it back also will take way less time than me growing it.
Oh, yeah. He'll have a beard in like a week and a half. He might have a beard by the end of the night. I don't know. It just depends. He looks like a guy who could grow a beard faster than most people could like walk to the end of the driveway. I definitely understand that. That's why I wanted to know. Yeah.
So Connor says, yeah.
USPSA hates any rifle besides PCC. Thought on single action carry optics, basically limited optics allowing 2011s. Ooh, this was a question I got that I forgot about.
So I think this was going to be a proposed division at the last board meeting. So I think there's probably already an answer. We just haven't heard it yet. I don't like it. Huh?
It's probably a fuck no.
I don't think it'll happen. I don't think it has the support behind it. I don't know. I think if you got people shooting, like, there's a division for that, right?
Yeah. Open light.
You could shoot that gun in open, right?
What? I'm sorry. It cut out when you were saying what you were saying before. Repeat what you said.
So there is a division for where people could shoot that gun in open right now, right?
What gun?
Single action carry optics gun, basically.
Yeah. I guess.
I would have to hear more about it. I'm not interested in adding a ton of divisions at this point. I think we should lower the amount of divisions we have, so kill all 10 like instantly. Like that would be like number one thing. Like if that was brought up, I'd vote yes for that in a heartbeat. I would bring it up. Like it doesn't make sense. All those people shooting that division are just shooting that because they either don't want to compete against someone else and they want to say they won the division in a local match, or it's literally like the top guys shooting for a title at nationals, when if they didn't have L10, they would shoot in some other division that's already there.
Yeah, I agree. Like you can see it whenever it comes to like production and L10 Nats. You can see a couple like guys who would probably be top 20 at production, maybe top 30, and then they're choosing to shoot L10 because they're probably going to top 5.
Yeah, I foresee that, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times, but somebody said, I don't like it, but I would like buying an Athena. They are fucking sweet. I may or may not have one on the way. Another question. So I want to shoot Uspsa Shotgun World Shoot. Would you change how they pick teams, which now is basically only based off multi-gun nats?
Yeah, so easy answer for that is pick like 3 or 4 matches, announce it well ahead of time that you're going to use these matches as qualifiers, even if you're not running them, and say, these are the 4 qualifiers. You get 3 out of 4. Use the points just like they do for the handgun team.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Rifle World Shoot. Why was the unarguably best rifle shooter on the fucking planet not there? Being Max Leograndis.
Yeah.
Why was Max Leograndis not on the U.S. team?
Did he shot the match though, right?
I don't think so.
Did he not?
Mm-mm. I don't think he went.
I don't know. I think he should, like, there has to be some choice also.
Yeah.
Like, I do like how they do it where they pick 4, like the top 4 get the 4 spots. Before in the past they've done top 3 get the spots and then coach's choice. coach, which was DNROI. Yeah. He's the coach for the U.S. teams at World Shoots and stuff like that.
So Troy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's still wrote in like that, but the coach always chooses number 4.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Come on, Troy. What the fuck, man? I thought we were friends. I bought you cigars. It's bullshit. Yeah, no. Now I gotta suck Troy's ass. Is what it is. It's the only way I'm gonna make a world shoot in the next year.
Actually,
the team's already picked, so it doesn't matter.
On the not sure, but I don't think USPSA covers a lot of the expenses. So if someone wanted USPSA or thought like that, or they couldn't cover their own expenses, like that actually goes into the why some people are on the team and some aren't.
Yeah, I agree. Wait, IPSC Nats registration already happened?
For 2021, I don't think so.
Oh, that's what I was about to say. Mike just said he missed IPSC Nats reg this year like an idiot. I don't think it happened yet. It better not have, or I'm going to be pissed.
They haven't even announced when it's going to be yet.
Yeah, there's no way they have a registration open. You missed Pan American.
I can't believe that sold out. I'm really surprised that sold out.
Bro, fast.
That's crazy. That's
really
good.
Fast, yeah. Oh, yeah, Pan American. Yeah, you missed it. Sorry, Mike. I didn't know. You should have told me because I had a hookup, a.k.a. Chad Stanton. Old Big Daddy Chad. Got a big old 32-ounce T-bone and a bottle of whiskey coming your way. But, and then are you shooting that extreme Euro or the extreme, I guess, American Open? Because it's not in Europe. But they're doing the Extreme Open that was supposed to happen last season. They moved it to this season.
I don't have that down. I think that's after Nationals, before World Shoot, and I didn't have anything planned between them.
Oh, yeah, probably good to just kind of keep your head right for that. Yeah. I've never shot an IPSC match, so that's going to be fun. And first one's going to be, I think, Pan American?
Yeah, so I think actually IPSC Nationals is like 2 weeks before Pan American, same range, frostproof.
Oh, okay.
They just haven't announced it yet.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then IPSC Nats will be my first IPSC Nats, so what's up? I don't know the
U.S.
differences.
IPSC is a little different than regular, like, outside the U.S. IPSC.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, but it just, people are so used to setting up USPSA stages, they don't kind of know what the little nuances on setting up an IPSC stage.
Yeah, because you watch some stages on, like, some big IPSC shooters pages, and you're like, looks pretty legit. I mean, I kind of like the way they set those up. I really do. I feel like it. I feel like they're more Formula One, and we're like NASCAR. Wide open left turns.
Yeah. That's a good way to explain it. Yeah.
Which is awesome. I like it. I like it. The fast pace. But I think it would also be cool because I feel like I'm a very technical shooter. And there's some guys with just a raw, just dirty speed that can do some damage on certain stages, But Tyler Martin said, "Come shoot Area 1." Yeah, he's the new Area 1 director, I think, right? Or no, he's going for Area 2 director. Is he going for Area 1 or Area 2? I can't remember.
What state's he in?
Vegas. I don't know if that's Area 1 or Area 2.
I believe that's Area 2.
Tyler. Oh, no. I don't know if he's going for director. Yeah, he's going for director, but it's Area 2 director. Area 1. Okay. Okay, yeah, it is Area 1. But I know he's a section coordinator now. Congratulations to him.
Nice.
I don't know if I'm in Area 1. I can't remember or not. I got to look. I think I am, but I'm not 100% certain on that.
You?
Yeah.
No, you're Area 4.
No. I'm talking about shooting Area 1.
Shooting the match. Oh.
Yeah. I know I'm Area 4, but I think I'm shooting Area 1. I just can't remember because I know they did that, like, close the registration and opened it and closed it and opened it and closed it. It was a lot of fuckery going on up there.
Still probably wasn't as bad as Area 7, I heard it was.
Oh my God, dude. So that's normally the Atlas match.
Is it?
Atlas sponsors that match. And like last season, right, Atlas was nice enough to bring us all up there, right? Or they brought pretty much the whole pro staff and then a lot of the team shooters and a lot of the brand ambassadors. We all went up there. We all had our own squad. Like we went, hung out at we did a shop tour after the match. Like we hung out, went and ate dinner. Adam showed us around town. I went and heckled a band. It was really fun. We're in like this quiet little town, and they had like a jazz like knockoff cruise ship band playing, and they were garbage. So like halfway through, I was just like, we're trying to have a conversation, and they're like 15 feet this way, and they're just jamming, and I was just like, hey man, they like took a break, and I was like, hey man, like I don't want to be a dick or anything, but like my conversation's way better than like the music you're playing. So can you fucking tone it down a bit? But shit, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, we're not doing that this year because Area 7 was so much, BS. Like a lottery.
Crazy how they did that.
A lottery. Yeah. And it was already kind of fucked off last year because if you weren't an Area 7 resident, you had to be like waitlisted forever. It was see, even Mike said that band was garbage. Yeah, all that matters this year is Dragon's Cup. Damn right. So we moved the Atlas match to Dragon's Cup, which is going to be legit as hell.
I'm going to be there for that.
Are you?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Bro, get on my squad. There's room right now.
Is there?
It's a heated squad. Huh?
All right. I'll look as soon as we're done with this.
Yeah, jump on my squad, bro. It's gonna be lit because I think we got some room right now, and it's like me, James Tate, Andrew Hyder, Charlie Perez. I think Shane Coley's gonna jump on. It's gonna be a pretty good squad.
All right, cool. I'll look at it and join after this.
Yeah. Mike, come join the degenerate squad. Nothing beat Area 3, Trevor. Yeah, Area 3 was interesting. Hunters HD Gold will be there. Hell yeah, they will.
Awesome. He's everywhere though, right?
Yeah, he's everywhere. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does. The guy is, I swear, like this is my thoughts on it. I feel like he has a full-time driver.
Yeah.
That like, I feel like when he leaves the range, he's like straight to the airport. Driver jumps in, drives the truck, and he's like on the airport. Like, I'm flying, bitch, because he's everywhere. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyone coming to Max League Grandis's 2-gun match? Is that Max's match? The 2-gun nationals or whatever the hell they're doing?
There's 2 different matches. 2-gun nationals, which is Uspsa, and Leo Grandis is putting on a 2-gun match where it's rifle caliber rifle and pistol.
Ooh. I could maybe get behind that.
And it's it looks like a really good match. Not kind of my jam because of the rifle thing, but I think it'll be good. Max knows what he's doing, so I think it'll be ran really well.
Yeah, he does. I like Max. Max is good people. Him and Linda. Him and Linda are nice, really nice people. So let's say we all know that part of shooting is the camaraderie and the homieship with your boys, right?
Yeah.
And some of the shenanigans you get into.
Yeah.
You've been shooting since 2007, according to this little notepad here. And the notepad don't lie. So, in that amount of time, what's the craziest story you got? You can bleep out names, but what's the craziest story you got, man?
Oh, like at a match or like after the match?
Both, because most of mine are after the match.
After the match, Area 3... Like the Sunday after Area 3 is hard to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That gets kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Sunday after Area 3 is hard to beat. That's kind of like a staple. Like you can always count on something happening after Area 3. Like some shenanigans somewhere, right?
Yeah. Mike said, if you haven't burnt a dick into a parking lot, I won't vote, which is my story.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Yeah. Yeah, he heard that one. So give me a story. Give me something, I know there's something. You may not want to say it. You may be thinking, I'm running for director. You can bleep names out.
The Extreme Euro Open in the Czech Republic, kind of like the Area 3 thing, right? Where like you get done with the shooting, then there's like some after party, like everybody goes to this bar, everybody hangs out, like party, drinking, everything like that. So that's super fun. That was really good times. Yeah.
Yeah. Foreign country, bunch of Americans hanging out. Yeah. That could get a little rowdy.
Yeah. Like there was like 2 Americans there at that time. Okay. But it all every time, like every year, that's kind of like a tradition that like everybody goes to that bar after the match, after done shooting, and then the shoot-offs the next day. Like it just gets kind of crazy.
Hell yeah. So the Extreme Euro Open is a bucket list match for me, and
100%.
I was supposed to do it, but COVID hit, so I wasn't able to do it. And now it's like in this limbo thing. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to shoot that match. So when I do, I'll let you know.
It's an awesome match.
Yeah, maybe if you want to take a trip back, I know me and Mike and Chase and a bunch of other guys have decided that we're all going to go together.
It's definitely one, like as a first like international match, like that's one I would suggest. They have a great staff, great stages. They have resetters there. It's 10 stages a day. All you do is like show up and shoot. They use a 3-2-1 IPSC format. They follow all the IPSC rules, like everything. Like it's like an example match of what other like IPSC matches should do and should be put on with.
Yeah, because how many stages is it total? It's a shit ton.
It's 30 stages.
Yeah, 30 stages in 3 days.
In 3 days, yeah.
Whoa.
And they have no issue with running like 800 people through those at all.
Golly.
Like no issue at all.
Well, when you're Prez, you should consult those guys and just have them come down here and
put on U.S. Nationals.
Put on U.S. Nationals. Just be like, hey guys, why don't you come down here?
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Oh yeah, one match with us, and you'll have a quality list of quality experiences." Yes. Yeah. When we travel, bro. We go hard in the paint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We have.
It always seems like the biggest memories come from after the match, right? Like.
Yeah, it really does.
There's an Area 6 that I remember about someone getting thrown in a pool. Like that was an interesting one.
Yeah. Let's see. Some of the big ones. Obviously, we burnt the dick in the ground at the bowling alley. I had all my friends and half of the people in this group. I had no idea who they are. One of them being I think it was Jim Krantz and Noah Goodrich at the time. I didn't really know them that well. At Area 3, I think it was before day 2, I'm laying in bed, right? Well, not really laying. I'm laying across the bed on my phone. I think I'm like watching match video or some shit. And my asshole of a friend, Chase, gets all these dudes together, lines them up SWAT style outside of my hotel room door, with the people I don't know first.
Oh yeah.
And Tyler Martin in the front, right? And all I hear is boom, and my door slams open, and I've got 10 people. Literally, I almost shit myself. I thought for sure it was it. Like I was getting taken. I was getting Liam Nilsson right there. And they came flying through that door and literally all dove on me, and I didn't know who it was at first. And then I saw Tyler is like humping my leg, and I'm like, okay, it's friends.
They used to have nationals in Vegas. Those were some pretty good memories.
Oh my god, dude, that would have.
Can you imagine having them in Vegas right now?
Nationals in Vegas would be awesome. Yeah. Why they don't do that, I don't know. Because SHOT Show goes awesome.
Yeah, just tons of stuff happens at SHOT Show.
Yeah, and then
match hotels where the fire alarm gets pulled and no one admits to pulling it at like 2:30 a.m. That's happened before.
That's funny.
That was the last match hotel I ever stayed in.
Oh, nice. Somebody pulled the fire alarm and didn't tell anyone, huh?
Yeah, no one admitted to that.
Oh my gosh. Nobody? Like not even like
No.
after the fact be like, yeah, it was me.
Nope.
Wow. That's disappointing. I do some pretty jacked up stuff, but like once it's healed, I'm like, by the way, that was me.
Oh yeah.
Now that the smoke's cleared, yeah, Vegas, somebody said Vegas, let it happen. Yeah, Josh said Vegas, let's make it happen. So, once again, when you're the Prez, you got
There's like I think 3 ranges that are capable of holding nationals out there.
And the cool thing about that is it can house everything, you know. And then when you do it in Vegas, it's going to be a lot easier to get some bigger sponsors involved. It really will, I feel, you know, with the amount of stuff that goes on out there. You know,
there's tons of opportunities for family members or kids or like significant others to do whatever they want. Like there's no excuse for them to find something to do out there.
100%.
Vegas has everything.
Yeah.
Super cheap to fly to.
Absolutely.
Hotels are super cheap, and they got so many of them.
Yeah. Honestly, Nationals this year cost me a pretty penny because I brought my wife and we brought her, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and a lot of my buddies brought kids, and they all had Disney World trips, you know, while I'm shooting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So Nationals was expensive. So it would have been nice to go to Vegas. So where that flight is $80 from here, that flight's $400, you know. That hotel is X amount. This Airbnb was out the wazoo. And, you know, get off, get done shooting, go gamble a little bit, have some fun. Can we have a Chippendales stage featuring Atlas teammates? Yeah, we could. I mean, it's all about who you know.
Someone asked about Utah versus Florida also.
Yeah, what do you think?
Utah for sure.
Same here. Part of me wants to say Florida because it's, but if they held the match or if Universal Shooting Academy was an hour south.
Okay. Why?
I'd say because it'd be right outside of Orlando.
An hour north.
Or hour north, sorry. Hour north. If it was an hour north, it'd be perfect. Right outside of Orlando, done.
Yep.
But it's not. It's in the middle of bumfucked Egypt, and you got a pretty mouth. And you got to pay a lot of money to rent one of the 11 Airbnbs that's around it. And if not, you got to stay in Orlando, and you got to deal with that drive. And the airport sucks, you know. Utah, I feel, was a really
Utah
nice
was
place.
Awesome. Utah is awesome. They've had great nationals every time they've had it there.
Yep.
It's been awesome. I've seen photos of the new subs range. I don't know how that'll affect it or if they'll even be able to have matches there.
It looked nice.
Looked nice, but the bays look super small.
They do look a little small. That is one concern. But again, if they have, you know, 5 or 6 big ones, you could do the 3-2-1 type deal. But Mike said, Matt, I've got connections at all 3 ranges. Can you host? Yeah, he was the match director down there for a while.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, I was going to get done shooting and win all your money back. Yeah, right?
Or not.
Lose more.
Or lose more, yeah.
Yeah, shoot a match than shoot craps. Yeah, I'm a craps guy. I love craps. At what was it for SHOT Show? I was walking through. I stayed. So I booked SHOT Show super late, right? Unfortunately, because I didn't know I was going. It was like a last minute thing. Adam hit me up and was like, "Hey, you're coming to SHOT Show," and I was like, "Pretty sure that's like 3 weeks from now." He was like, "Well, you're coming, so figure it out. Here's your flight. Here's your thing, whatever. But you got to get your hotel room because they're all sold out." I was like, "Oh, well, great." So I ended up staying at a shithole hotel next to the Topgolf off the Strip. That was nice, a terrible idea. But they had a little craps table right next to the breakfast buffet. So I'm walking to the breakfast buffet at like 5 o'clock in the morning because I'm used to getting up at 4 a.m. every day. I've worked in the oil field for a decade. So I'm like, okay. I'm walking to breakfast, and like I see the craps table, and it is lit. And I'm like,
They're playing?
Oh, yeah. They were going hard, bro. And they were winning. I'm like, all right, here we go. Grab a couple $100, sit at the craps table, and I gotta be at SHOT Show at like 8:30 or something like that, or 9 o'clock. I don't remember. But like I look at my watch, I'm like, okay, I got plenty of time to gamble for an hour, eat breakfast, and then walk my happy ass over there. Well, like by the hour, I'm up like $1,700, And I'm like, and it is hot, shit hot. I'm like, ooh, how important is SHOT Show right now? So I'm like, I can go without breakfast. So I stay gambling. I'm like walking by the gas station, hauling ass, running the thing. I'm like, all right, stop in, Pop-Tart. Here we go. But
that's a good SHOT Show story. Yeah, that's a tame SHOT Show story, actually.
It is. Yeah, it's a very tame one. Well, I got my wife in the other room, man. Chill out here. Go watch the vid on my page of the drone footage. Yeah, dude, 32 bays, 20-foot tall bays. Yeah, Mike has some really cool. He has a really cool video of that new subs range on his page. So if you're curious, I that's where I thought I looked at them and I was like, whoa, those bays are legit. But they did look a little small. For nationals, right? For a nationals style match. But then again, they weren't super big to begin with the way they were before.
They weren't super deep. They were wide.
They were wide, yeah. They weren't super deep. These look a little bit narrower and about the same depth. So I don't know how that's going to work. Okay. But so we're coming up on 2 hours. So this is where it gets fun. This is what I was going to do earlier, but I wanted to wait till the end.
All right.
And I started doing this with all my guests, right? So we're going to go through your picks to win each nationals.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to start with low cap, even though you hate it. Revolver, we don't count. Nobody cares about revolver. It's going to be whatever that wolf guy.
Josh. No, it's going to be Josh.
Josh, cool. Josh, you're winning the revolver. So you do
Josh
know
Luntz, I think. Yeah.
Josh Luntz. Okay, so you're all right. Yeah. So limited 10. Keep in mind, Christian shooting limited 10.
Interesting.
And so am I. Anything can happen.
That's true. I mean, a missile would have to take out the super squad for you to win it, but
yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but
so my pick for limited 10 is Casey Reed, People's Champ.
Yeah. Casey Reed is like the Drew Brees of USPSA.
Yeah, I don't know what Drew Brees. I know he's a football player, right?
Okay, yeah, he's a football player. All right, I don't know another reference. So he's very highly respected.
Gotcha. Yeah,
but no Tom Brady, right?
Gotcha. He hasn't won a championship.
I thought he won a championship.
I don't know.
I thought Casey Reed's won one.
Oh no, Casey has. Yeah.
Drew Brees.
I didn't know if Drew Brees. Okay.
Yeah, Drew Brees won a Super Bowl. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he's got a Super Bowl. He's always, anytime you play him, you're in fucking serious danger. Super well respected, but he doesn't have like 7 championships. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which
that makes sense.
I don't know if Casey Reed has 7 championships, but I don't think so.
He's got a national title, so
he's got a national title. That's one more than I got.
L10, Casey Reed.
Yeah, L10, Casey Reed. Okay. I'm gonna stick with. Right here, I say me. But here, I'm gonna say Christian.
Okay, nice.
Or Blake Miguez. Blake Miguez. I'm gonna go Blake Miguez.
All right, solid choice. He's always in it.
He's always in it.
He's probably not been out of the top 6 in the last decade.
Dude, talk about
in any division that he shot in, single stack, limited, any of them.
Open, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. While also being Louisiana state senator and running a multi-million-dollar shipping company. Yep. So, and having a family and all. That guy is like a robot. I don't even know how it works. But yeah, somebody said don't sleep on Blake. Absolutely don't sleep on Blake. Poggi. All right, yeah, Poggi.
Michael Poggi, yeah. He's won like the last 3, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what about production?
Production's interesting, right? So
because if Ben shoots, you're probably more in the know there. Ben has me blocked on everything. I have no idea what's going on with that guy.
I don't know if Ben's shooting or not. I haven't heard. I haven't asked him. So I don't know. So my pick right now, I don't know if Ben's shooting or not, so I'm not going to even think that he's going to be there. My pick right now is Mason Lane.
Mason Lane. Solid. Coming off a big title.
Yep. And a second in production, so.
Yeah, and the second in production. He's going to be hard. He's going to be hard to beat. Obviously, I am, even though Ben has got me blocked on everything, which your friends, tell that fool don't block me. Let bygones be bygones. I don't even know what I did. The guy didn't even know who I am, but I'm blocked on shit. Production, if Ben shows up, I think Ben takes it. Just because, I mean, it's fucking Ben, right? But for production, I'm going to say I found out JJ was shooting production.
Okay.
And with the exception of Ben, I think JJ's that next guy. So I'm going to go JJ just for that reason. I had Hetherington winning another one until I just recently found out JJ was for sure shooting production, or the athletic giraffe being Nils Johnson. But I think JJ, now that I know he's shooting production.
Thinking about it again, I think Jacob probably has the advantage since he's in a warmer climate and the match is so early in the year. So I think Mason will figure it out, though. I got my faith in Mason this year.
Mason is a beast, dude. I'll be honest with you. No disrespect to Mason whatsoever, and I mean whatsoever. I had no idea who that guy was until area. I can't remember what area match. It was the one where him and Nils went back and forth.
Area 8.
Area 8. Until Area 8, I had no idea who Mason Lane was. No disrespect to him. I'm super new to the game, right? Only been in it since like late 2018, right? Not a lot of time to adjust everything. Still learning, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So now I know who he is, and found out the guy shot, what was it? What nationals was he? Shot like one-handed and shot like...
Oh, yeah. 2019 Carry Optics Nationals.
Shoots Carry Optics Nationals 2019 with one arm. And I can't remember what I heard he placed, but it was like some sick number to shoot it all one-handed. He shot like 70 or some odd percent or some shit.
Yeah, it was nuts.
One-handed.
It was amazing. It was amazing to watch.
Yeah, so all respect to that guy. He's a beast. So PCC.
Maxley Grandis. No choice.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Maxley Grandis only because my buddy Grady is still not able to practice as much as he could. But if Grady Steeran, Hero Under God, could practice as much as like I or you or Maxley Grandis could, I fully believe he would be the man. He's that good. But again, he's just one of those guys that's an animal, but works a full-time job, has like 900 kids, and never shoots.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And then he shows up and shoots against Max and is right behind him. You know what I mean? He's a beast.
Nice.
He's done it on multiple occasions. But I'd like to see Freilich win PCC. He's been second like every year, hasn't he?
Yeah, quite a few times. Yeah, he puts in a ton of work in it too.
A lot. Yeah, he's super talented. All right, so now let's go to Carry Optics.
Interesting division.
Again, Christian is apparently shooting Carry Optics.
I've heard he is, yeah. So you have the GOAT for Carry Optics, right? Max.
Yeah, the GOAT of Carry Optics for sure.
You have people that are trailing on his tail. You have there's like 10 people that like could realistically win that, right?
Dude, when you got out of Hoswanik Kim and Jason Bradley, the next 10 or 12 guys were separated by like some ridiculous number. I mean, it was like a couple Charlies and you were bumping way up the list or bumping way down the list type deal.
I don't know. This one will be interesting. I think I'm going to say Kwanzaa Kim.
Kwanzaa Kim. Oh,
yeah.
That dude's a beast.
I'm going to go Kim for the upset.
Yeah, Kim for the upset. Okay. I'm going to go Max still. It's the safe choice.
Safe choice, yeah. It's like saying Max for PCC.
Yeah, it's the safe choice. But I've gotten to know Max Michel pretty well. I've taken a couple classes from him, and we sext back and forth every now and again. He gives me a little bit of attention, which is cool. But I'm gonna say Max just because that guy hasn't lost a step, dude, and he is so good, so efficient. But he's a hard one to count out. Cody Axton said Jason Bradley.
Jay Beal, I think, is going to break some hearts this year.
Oh,
J.
J.
Beal?
Bill's a beast, dude.
Yeah. Dude, his crazy, his last dry fire video he put up where he did that reload and move backwards, the explosive movement on that was something like I've not seen before.
Yeah, I would be lying to you if I said I didn't watch that and immediately go, I wonder if I can do that. And then, like, tried it and was like, I hope I never have to shoot against that guy in that position.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, all right, so now let's move to limited.
Limited. Oh, Nils, hands down.
Nils, because you think
Nils is going to shoot standard. Yep, he's going to shoot standard for a world shoot. By that time, he's going to be shooting a real Uspsa standard gun in major, so I don't think he'll have a problem with that one.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Nils, I got to shoot nationals with him this year, so I watched him shoot limited nats with a minor production gun. And it was insane. And I watched him he was so far throttled back. It was ridiculous.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. Like, I would ask him, I'd be like, cause like we basically know when we walk up to a stage after we've walked it a couple times and broke it down, we have a rough idea of what the time should be, right? What the hit back, especially you guys who have been doing this shit since Moby Dick was a minnow, right? So I would be like, hey, what do you think you're going to do on this stage, right? And he'd be like, well, I think it's going to be X. And I'm like, figured he would say a little bit faster than that. And he's like, shoot minor, bro. I'm going to lose X here, X here, X here, X here. And he'd break it down like, this is how much time I'm having to cost myself by shooting minor and having to secure as many alphas as possible. Charlies aren't acceptable at all. And I was like, damn. And then when I saw him finish fourth, I was like, that guy gets a major gun. Some people are going to get butthurt.
He's almost unstoppable when he's shooting a major gun.
He is. But just because he's my homie and my teammate, I'm going to give Cody Axon. Like, Cody Axon's my dark horse pick. If Cody somehow swooped in and was like, got you, bitch, I'd be super excited about that.
That'd be good. That'd be really good for Cody.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be another level of code for Cody. Oh, yep. Yeah. See, he's in here. Oh, stomp. So your pick is Nils.
Nils, yeah.
Yeah, shooting a major gun. I'm going to say Nils, man. He's just so hard. My hope is Cody, just because Cody's my boy. He's my teammate. It'd be awesome because 2018 and 2019 Nationals were both won with Atlas Gunworks guns. Just saying. 2020 got away from us, but 2021 coming back would be awesome. Just saying. Maybe it happens. Maybe it doesn't. Open.
All right. So open. Like, Christian's won the last two, right?
He's won the last two.
JJ will be shooting open. He's going into the world shooting open, so JJ will be on open full time. I think JJ is a good choice.
He's also going to be shooting like 500,000 rounds this year.
It's going to be crazy.
Because Armscore literally sends their guy like him and Eric Grafel like 500,000 rounds for world shoot years.
That's nuts. That's going to be a major advantage this year.
Jesus Christ, right? So.
Oh, I don't know. Open, interesting choice.
Assuming Eric Grafel doesn't show up.
That was my caveat. Like, I just say Eric will win it. So if Eric shows up and wins it, right?
Yeah, that's if Eric Grafel shows up, Eric is winning, period. Because he is looking unbeatable right now. Some of the shit he does on IG, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't...
So I'm going to say JJ on this.
You're going to say JJ?
Yeah.
All right. That's my pick as well, is JJ. Well, right here, it's me.
Yeah.
But right here, it's JJ. If JJ doesn't win, I would love for Christian to three-peat.
I think he can. I think both of them are going to be competing with each other at the match and shooting against each other. Those two are the two that are going to be in the contention.
Yeah, and now in the last 2 years, right? All the pressure was on JJ. Right, the first time it was like, is JJ going to lose his open title to a kid? And then it was like, is JJ going to not redeem himself? Now, the third time, it's like, is Christian going to lose the three-peat? Like, that's more pressure on Christian than it is JJ. Because at this point, JJ's like, I ain't got shit to lose, right? Oh, yeah, Max Michel coming back would be amazing.
No, I highly doubt he shoots it.
It won't happen. But I tried to talk him into it last year. I got a text thread like 900 miles long with Max where I'm like, come on, bro, just do it. I got open guns you can borrow. Come on. Or I'll call Dan Bedell right now. I'll pay for Dan Bedell's. Or if you don't got your old ones, get your ass out there and show him who daddy is. And he was like, I've won so many of those things. I got nothing more to prove type deal, which he does. But he also said,
I forgot God's division.
Yeah, he also said some other stuff that was really funny, but we won't talk about that. Flintstone said, Trev, you got this. As much as I would love to think that I am going to go out there and win open nats, I just don't see it at this moment. Now, halfway through the season, things could change, right? But now.
What about single stack?
Oh, shit, we forgot single stack.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with little Timmy Herron, man.
Oh, nice.
Only because he beat Latham at Area 2.
There you go, yeah.
He beat the champ right after the champ became the champ.
I'm going to go with Jeff Cawthon. Oh, he's not shooting it. Crap.
He is also an animal.
Yeah, but he switched to production.
Did he?
Yeah, he's switching to production this year, so that'll be interesting to see the division change on that.
Oh, shit. Him shooting production is pretty – he's going to shake some heads.
So I haven't looked at the squad list or know who's on it.
You think Cawthorn's going to top 10 in production?
Yeah, I think that's easily possible.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think he'll do that without much trying, honestly.
Think he may win it?
I don't know about that. I haven't seen him shoot the division enough to know for sure.
Yeah. I think a top 5 is very feasible.
For sure. Yeah, 100%. Single stack? Man. It's a world shoot year. I don't know what they'll do for stages. If they set them up like last year, right? Rob, you have an advantage if he shoots it. I don't know. So I'll say Mike Seeklander this year.
Ooh, coming out heavy with the silverback gorilla. That dude is a silverback gorilla. Bryce Dupree said, "R.I.P. me." You are in the super squad, sir, and I do have you picked for a top 10, possibly a top 5. But if you were to pull the W, that would be impressive. Just saying. Gianni will win Limited Junior. Yeah. Gianni was my pick for Limited last year. Super Squad got in his head. It will do that type of thing. Like, I am excited to shoot a Super Squad eventually, right? I shot him at area matches, many, like, not really Super Squad, but, like, all the heat was on that squad type deal.
Right.
And it didn't really affect me, right? Not that much. Just because I'm such a dick, and I'm so sarcastic that it just doesn't bother me, like all head games. I'm just like, okay, dude. But it also wasn't nationals, so that could be different. But yeah, Gianni, if he can not get head games, if he can get out of his own head, I think he has the skill to win Limited. But he'll definitely win a Limited Junior title. He's won the last 9 or whatever the hell. He's like 4 in a row or 5 in a row or some shit. But sweet, man. Well, we're 2 hours and 11 minutes into this thing. Is that all the divisions?
Think so, yeah.
Think so. Take a lot to win, to be honest, but not impossible. I'd have to shoot nearly perfect. Well, go shoot nearly perfect, bro. Don't be a bitch. Just kidding, Bryce. I love you. You're awesome. But so, do you have anything you want to talk about before we bounce off this thing?
No, not really. I think we've talked about quite a bit.
We have, man. This was a fun one for me. I was excited to have you on just because, like, you were one of the first people when I started shooting USPSA that, like, was a household name in the sport. You know what I mean? Like, pretty much everybody who shoots USPSA knows who Matt Hopkins is, right? So it was pretty cool to, like, be able to just sit here and bullshit with you and find out some cool stuff. So I thought it was fun. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it, and I know a lot of other people did, because this is the first time seriously, this is the first time that I have kept this many viewers in through the whole thing. Like, I don't think we've dropped below 25 at any point.
Nice. This is fun. This is good.
Yeah, we've been up into the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. At one point, we had like 75. So at a time type deal. I've been keeping an eye on it, and it's been pretty legit. So people enjoyed having you on, and I know I saw that coming. I figured you were going to be a favorite. So
nice. That's awesome. So, like, you take like the experience for granted, like, since I've been doing it for so long, right?
Yep.
And like everything, it kind of just is like, oh, I did that a while back or whatever. But yeah, it's good to reflect on it and see how far, like, I've came in the sport and everything.
It really is, man. Like, because to me, like, I look at this list of accomplishments, right? And I don't have all of them on here, right? I just got like the highlights, but I'm sure that if you went actually back through it, it's probably quadruple this. But like, if I did this, right, in my career, I'm good. You know what I mean? Obviously, I am a super, like, I aspire, like, I want to win a world title. I want to win national titles multiple times over. But if it all came down to this, that's still a successful career. So, a very successful career. Like, like, there's not a lot of people who've done this. So, do you ever get kind of like taken back when people get kind of, because I've seen a few people fangirl out on the range whenever they meet you. Do you ever get like kind of like, oh shit, you know, like, maybe I am kind of a fucking big deal?
Yeah. I don't really think of it like that, honestly. Like, it was weird kind of people like saying, like, doing the podcast with practice shooting after dark and all that. People would come up and be like, oh, I know you, like, I hear you talking like every week and everything. Like, that was one of the weirder things, but kind of used to that now. I don't know. There's a couple things I want to do before I'm done with this sport, so I'm not stopping yet. I'm continuing on.
Well, you're not.
I got some goals.
You're still young, though. Like,
yeah, I'm 35, 36.
Yeah, dude. Like, think about you're realistically, like, you've got another 20, 30 years.
I have more time left in it than I've in currently.
100%. Yeah. You're not at the peak yet. Not even close. Which is legit, because add 30 years to that, and I wonder what it's going to look like. So that's pretty legit. But yeah, man, like, what I mean, you've got some aspirations. You want to talk about them? You want to throw a nugget out or two? You know, come on.
I don't really talk about my goals publicly like that. Like, they're for me to do, and I think that's just best way for those to be kept.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of my goals, I'll tell you, like, the vocal goal I have is like making a world shoot team, right? Winning a nationals, winning a worlds. But all the other goals, they're in here. You know, I don't talk about them. Some of my really close friends know them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, everyone has a hit list, right? Like, you have a hit list of dudes that you want to beat.
100%. So that was one of the biggest things. Like chasing classes wasn't, like, I didn't really care about that too much. It kind of like happened as it did, but I wanted to go out and beat that certain person at that next match.
Yep.
And then it was someone else, and then it was someone else. Like, so yeah, I definitely see that.
Yeah, dude, my hit list is strong.
Hey, like, Justin, how are you?
Oh, who's on there? Oh, Team Red, White, and Blue. Is that him?
Yep.
Oh, nice. What's up, Justin? Nice to meet you. Yeah, dude, I think a hit list is important for everyone, right? And I also, I aspire to be the guy on someone's hit list. You know what I mean?
I'm sure you are already. You just don't know it, probably. There's someone gunning for you somewhere. I'm sure of it. There's someone gunning for me, and there's someone gunning for someone else.
There's a shit ton of people gunning for you.
Well, it's anybody. It's anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure. I shoot a lot. I shot 21 majors 2019. I shot 18 majors 2020. And that was because of COVID. I had 24 on the schedule. This year I've got 18 on the schedule with COVID. Still rampant. Son of a bitch. Wish we were just over this already. But yeah, I'm sure I'm in so many different places and I do well at them, last year, I don't think I fell out of the top 15 at all. And that was including some of my matches like Area 7 and in Area 2, I had an extreme amount of ammo issues type deal. Yeah. I should have won Area 7. Could have easily docked Area 7. Had everything in the tank to do it type deal, but I got bit in the ass by a few things. Same with Area, or what was it? North Texas Open. And then Area 2, I had nothing for Dexter. Dexter mopped the floor with all of us because it was freezing, and he's a northern boy, so we're all sitting there just
that caught everybody off guard.
Bro, I was not prepared. I had no underlayers, no nothing. I was basically wearing this, right? And I'm over there dying. Thank God the Williams sisters were one squad over with a propane heater, so I'm in between my shooting going is it time for us to tape yet? Okay, I hear no more shooting. Run over there, tape, run back over here. Oh, and he's over here just making tea and crumpets like he's right at home in this negative whatever weather. It was shit. So he destroyed us all. But yeah, I'm sure I'm on someone's. I just don't know who it is. And then they'll probably beat me eventually, just like everybody gets beat, But have you had any students? Because you teach,
I taught some. I found out it's not something I want to do or I'm super great at, so I don't do it a lot. I have a full-time job. Shooting's kind of a second job, and then I help run a local USPSA match and club.
Your full-time job is in the industry, though, right?
Yeah.
It's for CZ.
Yeah. I work full-time at CZ.
Okay, and then you work with your local range, and they do what?
We have a USPSA club, a Steel Challenge club, 3-gun match, all under one umbrella. I'm the USPSA match director there.
Hell yeah! Soon to be Area 3.
Running for Area 3 director also. So
running or
I'm on the ballot.
You're briskly walking into victory. We'll just call it that.
Yeah.
Who else is on the ballot? I don't even know.
So
Sherwin's not, right? He's done.
Sherwin is not on the ballot. I haven't talked to him this year, but I'm sure he would say if he was going to run again. I think he's pretty much done, though.
Yeah.
I know of one other person that for sure is on the ballot from Omaha.
But are they?
They're on it, so.
Yeah, they're on it.
You can't count them out. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Foley keeps winning. He's gonna hate me. I'm sure all this is gonna come back to bite me in the ass at some point when I need a call at a match.
Yeah, but he has no influence on that, so.
He has zero influence on the NROI.
He shouldn't.
Come on.
He shouldn't.
Come on, bro.
He shouldn't.
He shouldn't, 100%. Right? He shouldn't. But,
I don't know. Does your boss have influence on you?
Oh, fuck yeah, he does.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's the answer then, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and he runs 4 companies. I just run one of the companies. And if he were to call me and be like, yo, jump, I'd be like, how high, boss? You know what I mean? Like, if he called and was like, hey, fuck this guy, don't ever do anything for him, I'd be like, okay, fuck that guy, I guess. Like, here we go. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. I mean, look at the Ben situation.
Yeah,
Is there no influence? Is there no influence?
There's a lot into that.
Yeah, because he has no friends on the board. Remember that? Yeah. So it is what it is. You know, Matt Hop for Prez 2023. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Let's get Area 3 first, and then we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get Area 3 first. Yeah, because it's got to be either you or Tyler Martin to win the presidency. I don't see another way.
I've never met Tyler or shot with him that I know of, so interested in talking to him and seeing how that goes.
He is a blast. He's a good time, but he's very, very, very business savvy. Also extremely progressive in the manner of, like, he gets it. We've had hour-long conversations on the phone about how we could take this sport to the next level. And which I have done that. I have, wrote out an extremely long email, sent it to certain people or a certain person, and was politely told to go fuck myself.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
politely told, well, what the fuck do you know? Oh, well, I only run a business that's, I don't know, 150 times bigger than USPSA, so I'll just go fuck myself. So it's not like I don't know how to run a business at all. You've been doing this how long? Yeah. You're an elected official. It was a popularity contest you won. You didn't get in there on merit. So what the fuck do you know? So yeah, that was kind of what happened. So maybe we get some other people in there, shake things up. Yeah, maybe Ben runs. Fuck it.
Maybe. You never know, right?
You never know. But well, dude, this was a blast, man. This was a fun one. I've seen you watching a few of my podcasts, and I've been like, oh, fuck yeah, dude, Matt Hopkins is in here. And then you were highly requested because people keep seeing you in the thing. They're like, well, Matt watches the show. Let's get Matt on here. So I think you were probably the most requested person I've had so far. So it was pretty cool for you to just be like, fuck yeah, I'll jump on. Took no convincing, which was legit. Yeah. So
this was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, this was fun for me too, man, and I appreciate it. And we'll go ahead and wrap it up. We're coming on 2:24. So thank you again. Thank you to you. Thank you to all your sponsors, that allow you to do what you do. You want to say any big shout outs to them or anything, or people pretty much know them by now?
People pretty much know them, so I think we're good on that.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Well, man, I appreciate it. Look for Dragon's Cup. Jump in my squad.
Definitely. I'll do that right after this.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Well, I know I'm going to see you on the range, so thank you again, man. We'll have to do this again. Maybe we do a post-Dragon's Cup.
Maybe, yeah.
Or maybe we do a post-A3. I know we're doing an A3 show, because we're going to be there, right? So we're going to do a big live, and I'm going to have like a bunch of shooters in a hotel room, and we're going to video it all, right? We're just going to do like a post-A3 show. It's going to be legit. So we got to get you in there. So we'll keep in touch for that one.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds good. I'll look forward to that one also.
Hell yeah, man. Well, brother, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Right. I know everyone else loved it.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. I'll exit off this fucking thing. There we go. All right. Thank you again for everyone. If you made it this far, the 22 people still watching. This will go up tonight, or it'll be up at 12 a.m. and then on YouTube as well. So if anyone wants to see this interview in person, they can do that. Or if you just want to listen, it'll be on all your favorite podcast forums. So thank you for listening in. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the range.